So the big question is Destiny Rising worth your time? Or is it just another flashy mobile cash grab with the Destiny logo slapped on top? Well, the demo has been out for a bit, and now there's enough gameplay, story deets, and monetization details to figure out if this is actually something you should care about or just quietly uninstall after a week. Destiny Rising is a new mobile game developed by NetEase in partnership with Bungie. But here's the first thing you need to know: it's not canon. Don't expect this story to connect to Destiny 1 or 2. Think of it like a spin-off universe, an alternate timeline. You play as Wolf, a newly resurrected guardian, and along the way, you'll unlock a cast of Lightbearer characters with different abilities and weapons. The whole thing is dressed up in familiar Destiny vibes: flashy supers, exotic weapons, fire teams, PvE, PvP, raids, social spaces, but now compressed into a mobile-first package. And you know what? That's both the coolest part and the biggest red flag. The first thing that hits you in the demo is the campaign. It's not just some throwaway tap here to skip mobile quest. The levels actually feel fleshed out, with cutscenes, environments you'd expect to see in a proper Destiny release, and missions that tell a story. It's set in this alternate post-collapse world where factions you recognize, like the Cabal and Vex, are still around, but the timeline isn't following the main games. That gives the devs freedom to do weird new stuff. And in the demo, you actually get that feeling. The missions have weight, the bosses have mechanics, and the settings aren't just copy-paste. If you've played other Destiny titles, you'll notice the inspiration immediately. If you're brand new, it feels like a surprisingly solid action RPG story on your phone. Now, characters. You start with Wolf, but the whole thing leans on a gacha system. You roll for new Lightbearers, different heroes with their own supers, weapons, and abilities. Each one has a unique vibe, and some of them are genuinely fun. For example, Wolf swings around a flaming sword with fire-based supers. Another Guardian has the Aegis shield that can slam down and block damage or fire energy projectiles. It's not just cosmetic either. Certain characters are better suited for specific activities. So yeah, if you get unlucky with pulls, you might feel that sting of, man, I really need that one character for this mode. That's where the mobile design shows its face. Weapons are another big deal. The demo already had so many guns, including new types and returning favorites. There are also new weapon archetypes you don't see in the mainline games. Things like dual-wield sidearms or auto crossbows. Yeah, that's actually in here. Shooting feels surprisingly responsive for a mobile game, and toggling between first-person and third-person makes it more flexible than Destiny 2 in some ways. That toggle alone might win over people who hate being locked to one perspective. But let's not sugarcoat it. This is a mobile game, and that means menus, currencies, and more currencies. If you thought Destiny 2 had too many tokens and materials, Destiny Rising said, hold my engram. You've got silver, bright dust, charms, leaves, crystals. It's like a fantasy novel's worth of currencies. And the main gacha system? It's basically loot boxes dressed up with fancy names. The demo gave players discounts on the first pools, guarantees for mythic tier characters after a set number of draws, and all those little systems designed to keep you just one step away from pulling out your wallet. You can technically grind for free, but the whole system is built around making spending money feel tempting. That's the reality. Now let's talk activities, because that's where Destiny has always lived or died. And shockingly, the demo didn't hold back. You've got PvE strikes, PvP modes, public events, raids, and even some weird curveballs. For example, shifting gates is like Gambit on steroids. You collect motes, bank them, and fight enemies while also fending off other guardians. It's chaotic, but fun. Then there's Sparrow Racing League. Yes, SRL is back, and somehow it feels smoother on mobile than it did when Bungie first tried it on console. The social hub, called Haven, is another highlight. It's Destiny's tower equivalent, with NPCs like Lord Radagast and even a version of the Drifter, going by another name. You can hang out, kick a soccer ball, play with physics objects, and yes, you can pet the cat. That alone might keep people logging in daily. There's also clan housing called the Wolf Den, where your group can actually build and customize a shared space. That's something Destiny 2 fans have been asking for since forever, and somehow the mobile spin-off got it first. Performance-wise, the demo runs decently. On higher-end phones, it looks surprisingly close to console Destiny, obviously with simplified textures and models, but the art direction carries it. On lower-end devices, you'll notice frame drops and muddy detail, but it's playable. You can also run it on PC through emulators, and the game supports cross-login, so you can hop between phone, tablet, and emulator without losing progress. That's a win. So where does it stumble? Two big areas: monetization and pacing. Like most gacha games, progression is tied to currencies and stamina-like systems. Daily limits cap how many pinnacle rewards you can grab. Unlocking characters or weapons can feel gated unless you're okay with slow grinding. And while the demo gave out 3 exotic choices after login streaks, you can already see the skeleton of a system that will lean hard on spending once the full release hits. If you hate microtransactions, this might frustrate you quickly. The other issue is content overload. The demo dumps a ton of systems, modes, and currencies on you at once. For veterans, it's manageable because you've seen Destiny's layers before, but for someone brand new, it can feel like opening Destiny 2 for the first time, overwhelming and confusing. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it does mean the onboarding isn't smooth. Now for the fun part. Is it worth playing based on the demo? Honestly, yes, at least to try. It's free to play, and despite all the monetization hooks, the core gameplay feels good. Shooting aliens, unlocking exotics, running strikes with friends, it's all here. If you're a Destiny fan, it scratches that itch on the go. If you're not into Destiny but you like big, flashy mobile RPGs, it still has enough variety to hook you for a while. But here's the caution: manage your expectations. This isn't Destiny 3 on your phone. It's a spin-off with gacha mechanics, time gates, and a monetization system that will almost certainly get aggressive after launch. The demo shows there's real potential here, and some ideas like clan housing and first third-person toggling are so good they deserve to be in the mainline franchise. But at the same time, this is a mobile-first title, built with all the mobile design tricks you'd expect. So, bottom line, Destiny Rising is fun, but play it cautiously. If you're curious, jump in when it launches. Just be prepared to hit grind walls, watch the store tabs pop up often, and know that spending money will always be the shortcut. If you treat it as a side game and not your main Destiny fix, you'll probably have a good time. If you expect a full console-level Destiny experience without the mobile baggage, you'll likely walk away disappointed.